Hello there, World of Tankers. Welcome to the channel. Hopefully all of you are doing well out there. I'm, of course, your host, World Blitz, and in today's video, we are going to be heshing the enemy's flesh, as the title says, with the Centurion 7-1. Now, I actually love a lot of the Tier 10 British vehicles in the game. We got vehicles like the FE-4-202, the Super Conqueror, the FE-2 and 5B, not necessarily 100% my cup of tea, but it still does have one of the best guns for a Tier 10 Heavy. And the Centurion, at a Tier 9 Medium, carries a very, very similar gun to the Tier 10 FE-4-202, 231 millimeters of high explosive penetration, and 440 average damage. Now, what that means is that you can easily cut through the sides of almost any vehicle you can name. E100, you're getting through the side of its turret. Mouse, you're getting through the side of the vehicle. And against Tier 8s, like we are here, you can penetrate the lower plate of pretty much all Tier 8 heavy tanks, and even Tier 9s, you are easily cutting through with 230 millimeters of pen. And that makes the Centurion really strong, because you have the alpha of a Tier 10 heavy tank, actually more than your average Tier 10 heavy, and you've got a quicker reload than your average Tier 10 heavy, which makes this thing extremely strong. So that's exactly what we're going to be trying to use in today's video, that big ol' Hesh alpha. Now, there are a couple downsides to the FE-4-202. First of all, you don't have premium pen unless you go for the other gun. Not to mention, you also don't have great mobility. You do actually have a good power-to-weight ratio, but 40 kilometers per hour, yeah, definitely could be better. So let's aim in on that Foch. Okay, Wargaming. We're not going to talk about that. We're going to pretend like that didn't happen because that was embarrassing, and that I can't even blame myself for that one. That was just sad. All right, let's aim in here. We got the standard B up top. Okay, we got vehicles off to the side. K91. Okay. This is just me spotting over here pretty much because the rest of my team seems to have gone the other side. And we got tanks here as well. I don't really know what our team's doing. They're all spread out. So let's see. Can we spot enemy tanks? We got the T-54 over here, who we can't really pen yet. Let's aim in a Hesh at the side of him. There you go. 425 hit points smacked right off of that vehicle. And that's where the Hesh really comes in true. But you can see vehicles like the T-54 that have got decent frontal armor are very tricky to Hesh. But a vehicle like the Super Pershing, where you've got that big old turret sticking out, not too hard whatsoever. Easily cutting through his armor, no problem. And now we can maybe pen like the WZ-110. But it's just such a nice gun. Being able to hit somebody for that amount of HP. Let's see if we can get maybe this WZ in the side. Oh, I went low. You can see that the gun is decently accurate. It's not the most, and, well, we might be tapped by this WZ. Come on, reload, fire. There you go. 422 taken off of him. Like, it's just such a nice amount of hit points to being able to take off of literally a Tier 8 top heavy. We could aim at the cupola. No, okay. I can't say it. While British do have very accurate guns, this gun is not the most accurate. It could be better, and it is annoying, but I guess that's what you get for the price of Hesh, right? So we're just kind of sitting here enjoying the view. There's not much I can do to the enemy. I'm worried because they've got a lot of deadly tank destroyers like the Foch, like the Conway, and I don't know where their Conway actually is positioned at, which is a little bit of a worry for me, of course, because if I don't know where one very deadly vehicle is, it could hurt quite a bit. So okay, there's actually the Conway off to the side. I want to see if that Foch is going to try to maneuver his way through. There he is. Nice shot for 403 in the side of the Foch. We also got the K91 over here. A lot of deadly tanks making their way through on the team. And what that means is hopefully I'm going to be able to help them out. So maybe we can get a shot into the lower plate of this K91 like so. 468. Let's back our way into cover once again. There went my teammate. Not too good. And this is very bad actually. So, oh, what are you doing, WT? Don't you love teammates, everybody? This is a North American matchmaking for you. So we're going to try the best. We're going to put on adrenaline here, and we're going to try and slapping out shells to try and pen them on the Foch here. Oh, no. We can't tap him yet. This isn't great at all. 550, though. Look at that roll. Oh, 838 max roll in my rear from a Conway. Thank you very much, Wargaming. Let's try and get a shell into the K91. If we're going to die, we might as well get a shell into him because, yeah, there's not much I can do for the first game here. You could see, though, that the Centurion did a good job. He was able to get out a lot of damage. In fact, that was over 3,000. I think about 3,200. You saw that we max rolled that Foch in the lower plate for 550. And we came out with a defeat. There really wasn't much we could do in that scenario. I wanted to go for the damage on that K91, and unfortunately, we did not penetrate the shell. But yeah, 2 Tier 9s. Actually, all of our Tier 9s doing worst on the team. Our Tier 8, the Moots and the Tiger 2 doing top on the team, and they're still not the best players. But yeah, why? Funny, funny. Why are these my teammates? I never understand the matchmaker. That's one thing you can't really fix. And it is unfortunate that I got a bad team, but still did 3,200 damage. So in high spirit, let's get into one more game here against tier 8s once again. We got the AT-15 Charioteer and the Emil 1951. Now, the Emil will be a very tricky tank to deal with because I don't have premium, which means that, well, I do have premium. It's a Hesh, but the Hesh can't penetrate him hull down. And I'm going to be pushing my tank on the it's kind of like the heavy hill. I really like that spot because it gives you the ability to really hold strong, especially with this tank. It's got decent turret armor. It's not the strongest. The mantlet, it's good. The mantlet is practically impenetrable, but the roof of the turret is the same as the Centurion because it's the Centurion turret. So yeah, it's not the best. So let's see what we can do here. Hopefully get out lots of damages. Let's do our best. Oh, what is our team doing? E75 already. Okay. This is just my blitz life, I guess. So we got the Charioteer off to the... and getting penned, and we got to back up because that's an AMX. Let's back up. Ooh, there you go. Nice bounce from the vehicle there. Let's put on adrenaline and maybe get a nice snap. There you go. 471. We do have a dead driver, but that's not going to affect our vehicle too much, judging that we don't really need a driver for this kind of battle. So, ooh, that didn't penetrate. This is really bad, judging that our E75 is taking a joyride on the other side of the map. We got the enemy 75 looking kind of dead at me. There's a nice tap right into the roof of his turret for 412. Like, you can see, the Hesh really makes this thing a different type of tank. It's just so nice to be able to slap tanks for such a big alpha. That one should have penned. I'm really sad that that one didn't, but right now our team's being quite overrun by tanks on this side. But thankfully, none of them are really super deadly. We got the AMX, who nice snapping him for 461. 1,700 damage dealt now. We got the Charioteer, who's doing whatever he's doing. I don't really know. Hello, Charioteer. How you doing, buddy? Thank you very much for your hit points. Let's start reloading once again and hopefully get out some more shells on the enemy. So, AT-15, I'm, as we all know, a damage getter, so we're going to go for the AMX 5120 there. Nice snapping him. I couldn't even bother going for the E75 because I can't really pen him. We got the Emil off to the side, and we also got the E75 right on the front. So, let's hopefully, let's finish off the AMX. I know I can finish him off. AMX 1390's got a nice finishing shell on the Z75, and now we can make our way to the Leopard, get a nice Hesh into him. That is not Hesh. I thought I had Hesh loaded, but you know what? It's fine. Easy damage this game. Let's get a nice little ram into you and hopefully finish him off. There you go. 345 hit points and pretty good game. So we are able to break, once again, 3,000 damage, or hopefully 2867, maybe not 3,000, but pretty dang close. There we go. 3194. So I can't complain. Pretty good stuff. And this shows you that the Centurion is a very good tank. Both games, over 3,000 damage. Even with a bad team, you can come out with a very good amount of damage, and the tank just looks so nice. I love the British engineers. So hopefully, you guys enjoyed today's video. If you wanted to see more like it, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below, especially if you enjoyed today's title, Hesh Their Flesh. Hopefully that puts a weird picture in your minds, because actually, funny story behind that title, Bat Chat Begins, another fellow YouTuber who we always talk, well, not as much, but we talk quite a bit. He was making a video on, I think the FV4202 it was, or maybe the Vickers Light. I don't remember what it was, but he was a British tank that used Hesh. And pretty much he was asking for video titles. He was coming up with something that rhymed with Hesh. And I said, Hesh Their Flesh is a joke. And he said he wouldn't use it. So I said, you know what? I'm going to use it for a video. And here you go, our Bat Chat. Take that. I'm using it as a video. Make sure that you share this video so that we get a bajillion views on 100,000 views I want by the end of next week. But hopefully you all enjoyed today's video. And I'll be seeing you in the next one.